Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Back again, and we're going back to Aftermath today for another one of the legends I missed out because originally the price on MTGO was too much for me, but it's here now. So yeah, and since I play most of my Commander on MTGO nowadays, it makes more sense for me to cover the things I do on MTGO. And today's one is Samut, Vizier of Naktamun. One red and green for a 2/3 human warrior cleric, and that has first strike, has vigilance, and has haste. Now, the first strike and haste I get in red and green. Vigilance is an unusual ability to have, but we'll go with it. I think it's because originally, if you remember the original Samut from back in the day, which looked like this, we had a little bit of white in here, which gave us vigilance. Now, this one's slightly better because it has double strike, vigilance, and haste, and there's 3 colours, but on current one isn't. So I think the giving it vigilance is a little bit throwback to this little white mana symbol here. But anyway, I'm going off on topic. The new Samut has an interesting ability. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, if that creature enters the battlefield this turn, draw a card. Do you know what that means? We're interested in our creatures having haste, and we're interested in just making sure we're attacking every turn with those creatures as they come into play. So, how are we going to do this? Because we like drawing cards, and that just means we keep going and going and going. Right then, so today's deck looks very much like this. As usual, go through the mana base first. Green and red lands everywhere. Cliffgate, Fabled Passage, forests, turfs, mana gate, mountains. Opal Palace, Path of Ancestry, Racer's Ring, Reliquary Tower. All the dual lands that you'd expect to see, including Stomping Ground. Thriving Bluff, Thriving Grove, Wooded Ridgeland. For once, I've ignored the Temple of the False Gods just for a bit of a change because I know I play it a lot. But I have gone with Reliquary Tower because it's red-green and stuff will get bounced which will upset you. Mana ramp, artifact ramp wise, Tantalite, Talisman, Soul Ring, Arcane Signets, one of each of the medallions which I've told you many times before now I cast as ramp. Moss Diamond, Fire Diamond. That's it. Nothing really fancy there from the artifact side, and then it's really about how we're going to do this. So obviously what we want to ideally try and do is get Samut down as soon as possible and start drawing cards, and as soon as we do, we've got things like Further Champion to give us a creative card draw. Okay, it's 1 damage, but it's still got haste and it still gets some damage in. Legion Loyalist will give everything first strike and trample when it attacks with 2 other buddies. Charmed Scoundrel gives us either a treasure token or a draw and discard or a wicked roll token, which is quite nice from Wild's Veil Drain. It does help with this deck. Yeah, not saying anything about Dockside. Said enough about it over the years. Felden Room Excavator comes in as well because that's got haste at 2/2. Maybe get some exiling done. Goro, Disciple of Rushi. Hopefully we'll get a modified creature somehow. I don't know if we can in this deck or not, but you know, at the end of the day, you can pay 1 mana and give everything haste until the end of turn, which we're not going to complain about. Loyal Apprentice, it gives us a Thopter that has haste until the end of turn. So, you know, flying in the air for 1 once we get Samut in play means we probably do get a card draw every so often. Robber of the Rich does the whole X-filing, but it has haste. And Beastcaller Savant basically costs you a green mana to get into play. Because as soon as you, well, as long as you've got another creature to play anyway, I should say. But the haste and tapping to spell and get some mana to cast another creature. All good with me. Lightning Greaves, Swift Fruit, Protect Samut, end of story. Captain Lannery Storm gives you treasures, has haste, gets in for a couple of points. Lightning Felix has haste, can fly, can't block. But at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent was dealt 3 or more damage, you may pay 1 and return it from the graveyard to your battlefield. So your Lightning Phoenix should come back as long as you get some damage in somehow. Squeak just gives us red goblin tokens that taps and attacking as well as having haste. And again, you can play this from your graveyard. If you can exile 4 of the cards from your graveyard, you get to replay them. So yeah, comes back. Urabrask's Forge gives you consistent haste creature. That starts at 1/1, then becomes a 2/1, 3/1, 4/1, 5/1, etc., etc., etc. as the all counters go up. Has trample as well, so you're going to get through on a lot of the times to get that card draw you're after. Flamewake Phoenix, flying, haste, attacks each combat, and as we've got creature power greater than 4, you may pay red. at the beginning of combat and get it back from your graveyard onto the battlefield, getting ready to declare as an attacker. Hammer of Perforos gives everyone haste. Growing Seasons of Imlotech counts as our 37th land, but it digs us down to get some creatures, or the best creature we need at that time. Search for Tomorrow, land search. Domri Raid, hopefully we'll get this up to the -7 so we can get the emblem to give everything. Double strike, trample, hexproof and haste would be amazing, and I would be very happy. Vulshrock Factory. Yes, it is ramp. Yes, it does tap for red mana. It's 3 mana, so it's costing you 2. But you can sacrifice it at some stage to get a golem that has haste and can attack. Not going to complain too much. Hellrider helps with the ping and gives you haste as well, a 3/3 hasty that can attack turn it comes in. Along with Hero of Ridge, Oxid Ridge, does the whole battle cry thing and stops anyone with a whole load of 1/1 tokens from blocking you, which makes life easier. Zerael gives all our creatures +1/+0 and haste if we need it to. Durman of the Yawning Portal. You may look at the top 4 cards of your library when he attacks. You may exile a creature card from amongst them and it gains Undaunted, if I remember correctly. Yeah, gains. The spell has Undaunted, so as long as you cost reduction equals the number of opponents you have. So cool. Venture forth, land search, well, random land search, whatever you got on top of your library, so be warned. Surak gives everything haste. No, it doesn't give one creature haste, sorry, apologies. If we have total power 8 or more on play, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Especially if we put it on a creature that's just come in this place, we get the card draw. That's nice. Ulfworld Oddity, trample, haste, pay 7 to transform it. Pumps all your creatures, gives them trample and haste. It's an 8/8, so yeah, that's cool. Samut, Tyrant, smashing before he lost the spark. Creatures you control have haste, then you can pay -1. Target creature gets +2, +1, and gains haste until the end of turn. Scry 1. Okay, then Scrying's good. Bloodbraid Elf, we all know what it does with the Cascade triggers. Domri Chaos Bringer gives our creatures right if we spend the green or red mana we produce on them, so they have to get a +1/+1 counter or haste depending on what you're doing. You may need it to have a counter so you can get the modified, an attacking modified creature that is, or you may just want them to have a bit of plus hasty stuff to get for some more damage. Your call. Grand Warlord Rider gives attacks, gives us mana, which we don't lose. Karluk gives us a reason to play whenever you attack for the first combat phase this turn, untap all attacking creatures. They gain first strike until the end of turn. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Yay, multiple contacts, we like that. Terror of the Peaks is Terror of the Peaks to deal some more damage and win that way. Urabrask the Hidden, gives all our creatures haste automatically, a bit like his hammer does. Means all our opponent's creatures come into battlefield tapped, so it does slow them down. Volatile Arsonist just does a little bit of deals 1 damage drop to 1 target creature or up to 1 target player and up to 1 target planeswalker, so that's quite nice. And it does the 2 when we get it transformed from daybound to nightbound. Loyal Guardian just pumps our team up by putting +1/+1 counters on our creatures when we have our commander in play. Elder Gargaroth, a bit of life gain when we attack, or card draw, or another beast if we need it. Thornling, we can give it haste for 1 green mana, so get it in that way. And Xenagos, God of Revels. Yep, give them haste, double up. Make their attacking ability a lot higher as they get +X/+X. Mirror March does the whole flipping coins, gives us extra creatures. Inferno of the Star Mounts is another hasty creature which we like. Scourge of the Throne just helps us dethrone, gets an additional attack step if we need it. Rorix has haste, so we get more damage in with Samut, more card draw. And Surek of Goreclaw gives all our creatures trample, and whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, it gets a +1/+1 counter, and it gains haste until the end of turn. Yeah, make sure everything can attack and be big to do so. Voronclex, Monstrous Raider, thank you very much. Works really nicely with Surclaw, doubling up the +1/+1 counters. Domri, City Smasher, another way of pumping up all our creatures and giving them haste for a turn by doing the +2. Kolga and Yidaru, It gained trample and haste probably when they come into play to make sure we can get the combat damage in to draw the card at 7/7. Had to play Atali, and is a Primal Conqueror stroke Primal Sickness, because we are playing a green-red deck at the end of the day, and you know, if you're playing green-red now, you are going to have to play this card. I still really need to change the one I have on MTG because I don't like this artwork, but we'll get there. Crag Plate Baloth has, if you do it if you give it kicker, it comes in even nicer with, it comes in as a 10/10 with hexproof and haste, so you know, and it can't be countered, so that's nice. Tyrannex Rex can't be countered, trample, ward 4, haste, and toxic 4, so it gives you another way of getting your damage in. Insurrection gives you an extra combat step, which is lovely, and it gives all your creatures haste. Untap all creatures and gain control of all of them until the end of turn. It's not an extra combat step, wrong card. This means you nick everyone's creatures. Sorry, my brain is going to sleep where I've done too many recordings today. Yes, this is only the second one, but I'm still tired. Yeah, nick everyone's creatures and just smash face with them. Thank you very much. Crater Hoof and Raise Forerunners do similar things. Crater Hoof does it slightly better. Raise Runners means you're not susceptible to a crackback. And finally, Thrasta Tempest Roar, a ridiculous dinosaur that costs 12 mana or 3 less for each other spells cast before, but it has trample and haste, can trample over planeswalkers, and has hexproof as long as it enters the battlefield this turn. You can get it in for a lot less than that. I've played this now for 6 mana on some occasions. I haven't got it below that. I'd like to get it below that because I think it's possible playing 3 spells and then doing this. But yeah, we just have to play around with it and hope it works. But that's it. That's my take on Samut, Vizier of Naktamun. Hopefully I'll be drawing lots of cards. As I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video, I was trying to think of something to do. So I'm now chasing on here on YouTube 300 subscribers and 250 followers on Twitch. So what I'm going to do is, once the 300th subscriber hits here on YouTube, so I think as I record this I'm about 36 short, send me a message when you subscribe, tell me you subscribed, just leave a comment on the video and tell me again which command you'd like me to see me cover, and I will do that one. And the same for the Twitch 250 follower on Twitch. You get your name emblazoned on the lovely videos that I do, saying this is the video for you, like I did for Viro when I hit 200. So that's what I'm going to do. So 300 here, 200 on Twitch, and we'll see if we can get some more engagement. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll do a little video about that at some stage, and yeah, take care. I will see you all soon. Come and watch me on Twitch, see me play this deck. I'll be streaming it tomorrow night as you watch this one on Wednesday after 1st of November. Enjoy the first day of the month, by the way. Hope you all have. See you all soon. Bye.